Red Bank, we're heading into the home stretch of this first semester. After today, there's just 2 weeks left until winter break, and since we're on hybrid schedule, for some students, that means only 4 days on campus.
But other students will be coming on campus more than 4 days, with end-of-course testing continuing for the next 2 weeks. Many students will be coming to school on their virtual days to test. Hard on all students, especially seniors, and that's just one of the stories you'll see on today's edition of the Main News.
The concert band is practicing hard for Tuesday's holiday concert. You'll hear a preview. The story is coming up.
The girls' basketball team was filling up the hole from three-point land in their opener. The highlights are coming up in sports.
And the latest TikTok dance is sweeping the country, and it's sweeping through Red Bank High School. Don't miss the video coming up a little later in the show.
And the football team, as they just wrapped up a banner season, I have the details coming up in sports.
And after today, the rain is gone, but not the cold temperatures. Your complete weather forecast is coming up a little later in the show.
It's Friday, December 4th, and you're watching the Main News.
Who's next? Who's next?
Just about every day this week, Hamilton County is breaking records for the number of new COVID cases, and this is happening all over the country. This makes it a little difficult for students, especially the seniors. Traditionally, this time of the year, when seniors are making plans for after school, but as Cortland Woodruff reports, these plans are filled with uncertainty.
Today I'll be asking a few seniors how they feel about preparing for college during these times and how they feel about some leaving at the end of the semester.
Alright, so I'm here with Ethan today, and do you think that you'll miss some of the seniors graduating early?
I don't really know a whole lot of seniors that are graduating early, but the people I do know, yeah, I probably will miss them.
And do you think it will be lonely with some of them gone?
Not really, but it's not that I won't miss them, it's just there's already barely anybody at school because everything that's going on, so I mean, I don't think it'll be much of a difference because I feel like come second semester, a whole lot of kids will come back to school and you won't really notice as much.
So I'm here with Cassia today, and how do you feel about preparing for college during COVID-19?
I think it's already a really stressful process, just applying and doing scholarship stuff, and then just having all these restrictions that we can't see anybody in person. It has to all be on Zoom or anything, and I think it makes things a lot more complicated, and it makes people not want to do it as much.
And do you think it will be lonely with some of the seniors leaving during December?
I don't really know anyone that I talk to every day of seniors that are leaving, but I think that's a really good opportunity for them. I think the biggest thing it'll change is sports because, you know, once you graduate early, you can't finish out your season.
I'm here with Rosa today, and how do you feel about preparing for college during COVID-19?
Okay, so it's a little bit stressful since you can't go to them, and usually what I do when I need help is like email them or just like call them. Also, Dr. Johnson, the career teacher, he would also like email them and help me out. It's a little bit stressful, but at the same time, it's something you get off your back because you know it's something important. So, yeah.
Do you think it will be lonely during school with some of the seniors leaving early?
I don't know. I do know some of the seniors that are leaving early, but I also have some senior friends who are not leaving early, so I mean it's okay. I won't be lonely.
So I'm here with Javarius today, and how do you feel about preparing for college during COVID-19?
I mean, I'm just gonna prepare for college and just go, but I mean it's gonna be hard when I'm thinking about doing like my first semester like online, just to see how like it's gonna go throughout this pandemic and if it's gonna get better or get worse. If it gets worse, then I mean I just gotta live with what I live with.
And do you think it will be lonely with some of the seniors leaving during December?
Yeah, it will, because then, I mean, we're losing like half our senior class with the ones who graduated early. So then it's just like the rest of us then. But then we also might have more students come in because like we got the Red Bank at Home student that are also seniors, so then they come in at the beginning of the next semester.
With the construction of the middle school right next door, RBHS is now the oldest of the Red Bank schools. But by the oldest, that means we have the most history. Our Cassia Mitchell started doing some research and she found out a bunch of things about our schools that you probably don't know.
Okay, so as most of you know, this is the RO building, but it used to be the cafeteria back when Red Bank first was built. So, can you imagine eating in the RO room? Probably not. Okay, most of you know this as the old gym, but it used to be the only gym in Red Bank High School before the new one was added a few years ago. This was used for all primary sports, but now it's only used for wrestling matches and mostly a practice gym. Tom Weathers Field is a major part of the history for Red Bank High School, but if you attended any of the games over the last couple of years or it was raining, you might have been holding your breath. Thankfully, this summer it received a renovation which involved a whole new draining system and was still ready for the first game of the season. Woohoo!
This structure came from the old middle school on Dayton Boulevard when it was first built. When they decided to rebuild the middle school and relocate the structure, along with everything else, it was going to get demolished. However, supporters raised $8,000 to save these little brick people. After they decided to move to the high school, where it stands out front for everyone to see.
With all the concerns about the coronavirus, it's been difficult for May to get into the holiday spirit, but that's where our concert band comes in. This coming Tuesday night, the band will be performing their annual holiday concert. They'll be playing a wide variety of Christmas music that will boost your spirits. Here's a little sample of what you'll hear. Well, the football team just wrapped up a great season.
And the wrestling team opens their season tomorrow. Let's get the scoop as we head over to sports.
I'm a thief for the night. I did some wrong, but I'm always right. Said I know how to shoot, and I know how to fight. If I tell you once, I'll tell you twice. I'm real discreet, like a thief in the night. Look, if I call you babe, you babe for the day, or babe for the night. You not my wife. She wanna kill her, so f*** all night. I wanna f*** on a thigh. Give me a all night. AP, big rocks. In the hood with
The story of the 2020 football team is one of grit, determination, and perseverance. They have been giving their all every day since practice began in the summer. They've been through quarantine as a team, not just once, but twice, but the guys never lost their focus and they never lost a game on the field. 2 weeks ago, they played a strong team from Loudoun County, and they beat them 24-14. That earned them a trip to the Final Four in the state. They had to play the defending state champs from Alcoa last Friday night, and although they lost, it was still an amazing season. We're working on the highlights and hope to have them for you next week. Great job, great job, Big Blue. The basketball teams opened up their seasons right before Thanksgiving break. They hosted Sequoia High School right here in the Lions Den. The girls team is young and scrappy, and they can shoot. Check out the highlights.
I just shot my shot at this little thot. I'm tryna crit knack on her big neck. My tryna crit knack for the stick knack. And I got a big Mac for the chit chat. Did a drive by in a matte black Hellcat. Picked up a op, shit the same Hellcat. Suck up the dick, and the boot need a tic tac. VVS diamond, you know they gon' hit back. S.I. diamond, you need to get your wrist back. Wet up the ops, now that boy when he click that. Dropped his gun in the field when he stick back. Ever shot a gun to that I click back. Ever got high off a drug called Get Back. Came with the drum and they got a lot of kickback. Better duck your melon, cause my boy might split that. Got your mama screaming out there on my word. They done put your brains on the curb. Yeah, I ain't do it personally, but this is still my word. Even
Both the girls and the guys will lose tough games on this night, but that's not the worst news. Both the girls and the boys teams are currently under quarantine, and so are the cheerleaders. They're out at least until December 8th. 4 games have been either canceled or rescheduled. We'll keep you posted. There's no quarantine for the wrestling team. They'll open their season tomorrow. Red Bank will be at Ottawa for a multi-team tournament. Let's go Big Blue. That wraps up sports. Back to you.
A few years ago, about the only way to learn a new language was to take a class, and RBHS is currently offering several courses in Spanish. But in today's society, anyone can learn a new language on their own. Our Angeles Tessero shows us how.
Language learning at home. Textbooks can be a great way of learning because they include grammar and vocabulary. Or you could download apps. You can also watch your favorite TV shows in different languages. Listening to music in that specific language will also help.
With most of us staying home a lot more these days, we are all watching a bunch of movies. If you ask someone about their favorite movie, many aren't sure. But if you ask someone about their favorite movie as a kid, they know. Our Seth Bailey is about to bring back some memories.
I'm here with Dr. Burley. I got a question for you.
Okay.
What was your favorite childhood movie/TV show?
When I was very young, I liked Rainbow Bright and Punky Brewster and Fraggle Rock and Saved by the Bell. And then a little bit older, I like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And my favorite movie when I was a little girl was A League of Their Own.
Why? I've never heard of any of those.
Well, that's because I'm very old. But a lot of the TV shows, if you notice, and movies are empowering women. So, woo!
Okay, thank you. I'm here with Miss Burnett. I have a question for you. Okay, what was your favorite movie/TV show at the time?
It was a Goofy movie. I would watch that movie on repeat. In fact, I ruined the VHS.
Okay, I'm here with Miss McGinnis. I have a question for you. Okay, what was your favorite childhood movie/TV show and why?
My favorite childhood movie was Titanic. I was like 7 when it came out, which is probably not the greatest movie for a 7-year-old to watch, but I remember it coming out on the VHS tapes, and my dad actually took me to see the movie. My mom was out of town, so that's why we did that. But it's still my favorite movie to this day.
All right, thank you. I'm here with Miss Logue. Miss Logue, I have a question for you.
Okay.
What was your favorite childhood movie/TV show?
The very first Star Wars to come out, A New Hope.
And why?
Because I was little, I was like 6 or 7. My dad took me to the theater, and it was the first time that I ever saw on the big screen a female superhero, which was Princess Leia, and I loved her. And she had a gun, and she had power, and she was littler than Darth Vader, but she was really strong. So for a little girl to see another girl in that role, it was really impactful.
All right, thank you. Okay, I'm here with Miss Munn, and I have a question for you. Okay, what was your favorite childhood movie/TV show and why?
I had a bunch, but the first that come to mind is the Gremlins. I love the Gremlins because the little Mogwais were so cute before they turned into Gremlins. And then I also loved watching the Goonies just because it was fun and just it was the adventure, but it had the twist of the funny stuff in it too.
Okay, I'm here with Dr. Johnson, and I have a question for you. Okay, what was your favorite childhood movie/TV show and why?
Sure. I loved all TV shows with superheroes. So, like, Batman was probably one of my favorites. Just a normal guy dressed in a cape trying to do good things.
All right, thank you.
All great childhood TV shows and movies. Stay tuned for part 2.
The latest TikTok dance is once again sweeping the country, and everybody is doing it. We wanted to find out how good are the folks at RBHS. Well, as Rosa Zarco found out, the students are a tad better than the faculty.
I'm here with Juice, Jackson, Sophie. Hi. Can you do the new TikTok trend, stack up the Legos?
Okay, I got you.
Stack up the Legos. Yeah. Stack up the Legos. Yeah. Stack up the Legos. Yeah.
Now let's go see how well our teachers did. Okay, I'm here with Coach Stober and Coach Cowell. I'm here with Shiloh and Coach McGinnis. I'm here with Wags. Can you do the new TikTok trend, stack up the Legos?
I will do it, but I will not do it successfully.
Totally.
Try.
No.
Well, I'm really not much of a dancer, but I'm going to give it a shot.
All right, let's do it.
Stack up the Legos. Yeah. Stack up the Legos. Stack up the Legos. Yeah. Do you want dollars or pesos? Hey, yeah.
Well, the rain is going to continue into the evening, but the weekend is looking pretty good.
Let's get the forecast as we head over to weather.
Well, it's already rained a bunch, and the rain will continue off and on into the evening. And it's going to be a chilly rain. Today's high is expected to reach 49 degrees, this after a low this morning of 40 degrees. When it's all said and done, we may end up with an inch of rain out of this system. But this should be our last rain for quite a while. For the next 7 days, our chances for rain are slim, but look at the low temperatures we're going to be at, or below freezing for most of the week. But the highs will slowly rise, and by the following weekend, we'll be back up into the upper 50s. Winter hasn't totally taken over the year just yet. Back to you.
Well, that's going to wrap up our show. Good luck to the wrestling team tomorrow, Doodle.
And mark your calendars for Tuesday's holiday concert. It'll be at 6:30 in the new gym. Have a great weekend.